Mga kabayan, nanindigan si Ka Eric at Lorraine Badoy na hindi nila sinisiraan ang kampo ni Speaker Romualdez at pamunuan ng Kongreso. Ito ay kaugnay sa inilabas nilang datos na gumastos itong si Romualdez ng 1.8 bilyong piso sa kanyang travel expenses. Sabi ni Badoy, isa sa mga anchor ng SMNI, katuwang nila ang Kongreso para linisin ang ahensya sa pangbababoy ng ilang grupo, partikular ang Makabayan Black na sumisira sa imahe ng Kongreso.
Punong-puno kami ng respeto at admiration sa trabaho ng Kongreso. Alam namin yon. At yung pangbababoy na ginagawa sa Kongreso, aware po kami dyan. Aware kami at kasama ninyo kami sa paglinis ng Kongreso.
Samantala, umusok naman sa galit itong si Congressman Ako sa isang resource person ng SMNI dahil sa di umano ay walang tigil ito sa kanyang kadadaldal. Sabi pa ni Ako, mapipilitan siyang i-cite in contempt ang mga opisyal na hindi susunod sa kanilang patakaran sa Kongreso.
Again, ulitin ko, malapit na akong uminit ang ulo. I will move to cite you in contempt for not obeying our rules.
Again, sorry for that, Mr. Chair.
Kami na tahimik dito. Inaantay namin yung permission ng chairman. Ikaw naman, resource person dito. Daldal ka ng daldal.
Sa panig naman ni Ka Eric, nanindigan siyang hindi niya papangalanan ang kanyang source na nagbigay ng impormasyon matapos tanungin ng ilang kongresista kung saan nila nakuha ang datos na 1.8 bilyong piso.
Again, may I ask Ka Eric, sino po bang source ninyo dito sa sinasabi ninyong gumastos ang Kongreso ng 1.8 billion pesos para sa traveling expenses?
Hindi ko po siya pwedeng ma-reveal because pag na-reveal siya, there were a lot of information na naibigay niya noon sa amin nung nasa NPA ako na pinagkatiwala niya sa akin dahil kami ay may mabuting relasyon tungkol sa secrecy of information. So kaya po ako humihingi ng pag-unawa ng body na ito na kapag ito po siya ay ma-reveal, baka maraming makakalkal na mga impormasyon.
Ano ang masasabi mo dito, kabayan? Naniniwala ba kayo na may personalan na namamagitan sa kampo ng Kamara at kay Speaker Romualdez laban naman dito sa kampo ng SMNI at kay dating Pangulong Duterte? Sama-sama nating panoorin ang buong video at pakicomment nyo po ang inyong mga reaksyon at sariling opinyon. Pero bago yan, muli po ako nag-iimbita sa mga hindi pa po nakasubscribe sa ating channel na Kabayan News PH, pakipindot po ang subscribe button at pakiclick na rin ang notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga bagong upload natin legit at napapanahong balita. Maraming pong salamat.
Again, ulitin ko, malapit na akong uminit ang ulo. I will move to cite you in contempt for not obeying our rules.
Again, sorry for that, Mr. Chair.
Kami na tahimik dito. Inaantay namin yung permission ng chairman. Ikaw naman, resource person dito. Daldal ka ng daldal.
Thank you, the Honorable.
I'd like to apologize for that, Mr. Chair.
Yes. So now, please answer the question of the Honorable Pimentel.
Mr. Chair, again, may I ask Ka Eric, sino po bang source ninyo dito sa sinasabi ninyong gumastos ang Kongreso ng 1.8 billion pesos para sa traveling expenses?
Your Honor, if I may respectfully be allowed to request the honorable body, this committee, since the question, I think, borders to my right about the protection of my source, as well as to my constitutional right, may I humbly request the committee, are my constitutional rights suspended in this committee hearing? Because it is my right, I believe, to have a legal advice on sensitive matters that require for me to be protected by my constitutional right. So, without offense meant to the honorable members of this committee, may I be allowed to exercise the constitutional right for me to have a counsel to properly advise me on legally sensitive questions, which I believe may deem into the encroachment of my fundamental constitutional guarantee of rights in the Constitution.
We as a body or individually are not suppressing the rights of Mr. Celis. We're just asking him a question. If he wants to answer so, he answers. If not, he tells us the reason why he will not be able to answer. Di po ba? Hindi naman namin sinusuppress yung right mo rito eh. We're not. We're just asking you a question. Now, if you prefer to answer it, do so. If not, then you say so. Why not? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And also, it's not infringing, it is not an incriminatory, di ba? It's not incriminatory, therefore you cannot cite the right to self-incrimination.
Mr. Chair, aside from this and more than that, we are not conducting hearing under a court of law. We're conducting hearing in Congress. And I'm not very sure if you are entitled to a legal counsel. Hindi naman to kaso itong inaatupag natin. This is an inquiry in aid of legislation. And it's a simple question because what we are trying to determine here, Mr. Chair, ikaw yung sinabi ho ninyo, totoo ba yun o hindi? Based on the privileged speech of Congressman J.J. Romualdez, J.J. Suarez, we would like to know, kasi baka naman tainted itong source mo, whether this was politically motivated. In fact, hindi ko nga alam kung bakit na pinalabas yung 1.8 billion pesos yung traveling expenses ni Speaker, when in fact, for your enlightenment, Yusek Lorraine and Ka Eric, Mr. Chair, andito po yung finance officer natin. Nandito po din kanina si Secretary General Velasco para madinigo lang ninyo to Mr. Bobby Maling. Magkano ang ginastos ng Kongreso at ni Speaker for this year para sa traveling expenses? Para madinig po ni Ka Eric at saka ni Lorraine.
With your permission, Mr. Chair, for the Office of the Speaker, the total expenses for the travel is 4.3 million, more or less, Mr. Chair. And for the other expenses, for the other official expenses, it's 35.2 million, Mr.
Okay. Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair.
it is very clear po, no, Ka Eric and Lorraine. Ang ginastos lang po ni Speaker Romualdez was 4.3 million pesos from January to October. Ang Kongreso was 35 million. So ang kabuuan po ng gastos ng Kongreso, including yung travel ni Speaker, was only 39 million pesos. Pero yung sa show ninyo, ang sinabi nyo kay Speaker lang ang binanggit ninyo, hindi yung sa Kongreso. So actually, it was only 4.3 million pesos. Napakalayo naman po doon sa sinabi nyo na 1.8 billion pesos. Hindi po kaya na ginagamit ninyo ang SMNI for a smear campaign? Because in the recent months, ilang mga shows, ilang mga programa ng SMNI was directed to malign, to attack Congress as an institution. Kaya po tanong ko, baka naman yung programa ninyo ginagamit na rin yan para atakihin ang Kongreso. Kaya we need to know yung source ninyo. Because if not, baka naman gawa-gawa lang ninyo na yung sinasabi nyong source, wala naman kayong source. Kaya ang gusto naming malaman, kung ito ba ay gagawa-gawa ninyo or according to you, there's a source. Because we want also to know whether SMNI is liable for the violation of Section 4 of your franchise. Sinasabi kanina ni Attorney Tolentino, meron silang disclaimer. But on the other hand, there is a conflict. But on the other hand, may disclaimer nga sila na wala daw silang pakialam so kung anong sabihin ng mga anchor persons. However, he said that your talents of SMNI paid by SMNI. So meaning you're under control of SMNI. So that disclaimer does not apply. Mag-a-apply lang siguro yung disclaimer if you're a black timer. But according to SMNI officials, you are talents of SFNI. So directly, you are under their management and supervision. Kaya dapat, Mr. Chair, malaman natin yung source o baka naman guni-guni lang ni Ka Eric yung source na yun. You have two sources, you said. Yung unang source, taga saan ba? Or from where? From media ba? From Congress?
Mr. Chair, may I please say something first, Mr. Chair? Could I?
The question is directed to Ka Eric. So can you please reply?
Yes,
Ka
Mr.
Eric?
Chair, I'm directing the question to Ka Eric because he said earlier, I asked both of them, sabi niya siya nagsalita nung sa 1.8 billion pesos. Gusto natin ma-certain, sinasabi niya may dalawang source siya. Eh, saan nga nanggaling yung source, Mr. Chair? Until now, napakasimpleng tanong po ito, this is not self-incriminating because we are not under the court of law. This is only an inquiry in aid of legislation. Kung natatakot mo kayong kakasuhan, ano naman ikakaso sa inyo? Isasabihin lang naman ninyong source. Alias sabi ko nga, wala talagang source.
May I be allowed to reply to the question, Mr. Chairman, please, and to the Honorable Congressman? I believe in the practice of journalism, the protection of the integrity and the trust and confidence of the source in the stories or in the information gathered related to stories are sacred. They are like contracts. If not legally as a contract, sacred po yun para sa mga journalists. Nandito yung mga media. I know how they also feel kapag pinilit sila na ang source nila ilabas nila doon sa mga sensitibong impormasyon. So yun po ang aking inaalala. Dahil ang source ko na ito, Congressman Pimentel, sir, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, matagal ko na siyang source nung nasa NPA pa ako. At wala po akong pag-aalangan na ang kanyang mga impormasyon na ibinibigay ay tumutugma doon sa mga impormasyon na nakukuha ko when I was still part of the National Intelligence Unit of the NPA National Operations Command. So kilala ko siya. The other source, sinabi ko na po, Your Honors, ito po ay unlisted number. Dinilit ko siya, pero nagulat lang ko na tumugma sa isang source na kilala ko. And I had a meeting with him. May pinakita siya, ayun tuloy, na-reveal ang gender, na lalaki siya. I had a meeting with the source at may pinakita sa mga documents. Hindi kaagad kami nag-conclude because I have to seek audience and guidance from the editorial authority of SMNI. But the question was posed immediately because the source texted us during the interview live kay former Secretary Greco Belhica. So nang kinausap ko siya, sabi ko we need the documents to sustain the discussion. So hindi po ito smear campaign or isang kampanyang orchestrated para sumira sa imahen at integridad ng House of Representatives. I believe sako po ito ng tamang paglulunsad ng press freedom at gawaing pang journalist yung ginagawa namin dahil kami po ay naniniwala na public interest issue na magkaroon ng pagpapaliwanag sa pamamagitan po ng paghahayag na ito, kagaya ng we are now very enlightened. Thank you so much, Your Honors, na sinabi po dito na less than 5 million pala yung expenses ni Speaker Martin Romualdez at yung buong House of Representatives ay nasa 35 million lang. So kung inilahad namin ito as a series of special report, we need vetting and verification dun sa source. Hindi ko po siya pwedeng ma-reveal because pag na-reveal siya, there were a lot of information na naibigay niya noon sa amin nung nasa NPA ako na pinagkatiwala niya sa akin dahil kami ay may mabuting relasyon tungkol sa secrecy of information. So kaya po ako humihingi ng pag-unawa ng body na ito na kapag ito po siya i-reveal, eh baka maraming makakalkal na mga impormasyon na hindi na
Mr.
kailangan
Chair,
po.
sinasabi kanina ni Ka Eric na tumutugma. Kanina pa he's right, saying the word how many times yung tumutugma. Sa tingin ba ninyo tumutugma yung 1.8 billion pesos dun sa 4.3 million pesos na it is on record, it is a public document, we can release that to the public? Napakalayo naman. Ba't ka magsasabi na tumutugma? Eh wala naman pagtutugma yung 1.8 billion pesos to 4.3. It's a simple arithmetic. Napakalayo naman po. And then you said earlier, Mr. Chair, si Ka Eric, sabi niya na binibet yung source. In this case, very clear, you did not bet your source. Paano naman yung sasabihin mong 1.8 to ano? Kung nagtanong lang kayo dito sa Kongreso, magkano mas lalong tutugma nung ano, pero yung sinasabi mo yun, walang pagtutugma yun. That's way 1.8 billion pesos compared to 4.3 million pesos.
Your Honor, if I may...
Tsaka alam ko, Mr. Chair, kaya tinatanong namin ang source mo, baka naman politically motivated yan. Baka naman yung source mo ay isang politiko na gusto lang manira. As you have said, kailangan i-vet, but very clear, it was not vetted yung source mo.
Sir, may I reply?
Yes,
please?
you may now reply.
Thank you, sir. Baka na, with due respect kay Congressman Pimentel, hindi ko po sinasabi na tumutugma doon sa data na inirelease ng Finance Committee. Tumutugma yung source ko doon sa nag-text. Kahit review po natin yung record, naka-record po naman tayo lahat. Tumutugma, kaya ko binigyan ng pagkakataon na bigyan ng atensyon, Congressman Pimentel, sir, Your Honor. Tumutugma yung unang text doon sa ibinigay na information din ng source.
Yeah, I know, I understand yung Mr. Chair. Sinasabi mo, kino-compare mo yung unang source mo doon sa pangalawang source mo. Sinasabing pareho, which is pareho silang mali.
Yes,
Hindi
now,
ba? Ngayon, Mr. Chair, tanong ko sa iyo, aminin mo ba na mali yung impormasyon mo?
Ngayon po.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, that's why we need vetting. Kaya nga hindi namin inilabas as a special report or news. It was a commentary question. It was a commentary question.
Very clear, it is on record, it is on the minutes, inaamin po ninyo na nagkamali kayo ng information ninyo dahil sa nasabi nyo 1.8 pero 4.3 lang. Now, since nagkamali kayo, are you willing to recant your statements and apologize to Congress?
If that will heal the wound of the degree of an amount of insult that was forwarded to Congress, kung ganun pong epekto niyan, wala pong problema sa akin personally yon. Because trabaho po namin na kilalanin ang pagkakamali kung may pagkakamali, pero trabaho din po namin ang magtanong kung may dapat itanong.
Hindi lang ito yung cases na nangyari sa FCMNI. Earlier, wala pa po kayo. Si Attorney Domingo has already stated that there have been many cases that have been filed against SMNI. Sa pang-aapi nga, sa mga individual. So it seems that SMNI is going to that direction where it is being used, the franchise is being used to attack individuals. Yun, dapat hindi naman yun ang mandato ninyo. It is very clear in Section 4 that you should not disseminate fake news or unverified reports. And then, kanina nga, sinabi ni Attorney Tolentino that yes, there are many cases, but they have not been found guilty. It's not of a matter of being convicted, but rather, although it's true, wala pa hong guilty verdict yung mga kaso, but the fact remains that there have been so many cases filed against SMNI simply means that meron ho kayong mga violations. Simply means na marami na kayong inatake kasi kung wala, edi wala sanang kaso. Iba ho yung matter ng being found guilty. But the fact still remains na kaya nga kayo pinailan ng kaso as what Attorney Domingo has said because of your vicious attacks on individuals. And ngayon, inaatake na naman yun yung Kongreso, which has been done before, hanggang kailan kayo magtitigil? Sana naman po, this should just be a reminder to the anchor persons na bago kayo magpalabas ng mga reports ninyo, sabi mo nga, kailangan i-vet this time around, hindi nyo na-vet ng insakto because reputations of individuals and political leaders are at stake. So sana naman po, wag na nyo gamitin yung programa ninyo para sa pag-atake ng mga individual. But rather, sabi nga ninyo, ay yung programa nyo, laban para sa bayan. Hindi na laban para sa bayan nyo, kundi pag-atake na sa mga individual. So yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Walang-wala po yan sa isip namin, lalo na sa SMNI. At saka po, buo yung tiwala namin sa institusyon. At yun yung siguro gusto kong mawala sa isip ninyo, na hindi po, walang katiting na katotohanan doon. Punong-puno kami ng respeto at admiration sa trabaho ng Kongreso. Alam namin yon. At yung pangbababoy na ginagawa sa Kongreso, aware po kami dyan. Aware na aware kami at kasama ninyo kami sa paglinis ng Kongreso. Yun ang adhikain ng SMNI. Kung kaya't ginagawa namin ito at kung kaya't ako'y nagpapasalamat sa napakalinaw na sagot na binigay nyo ngayon na 35 million lang pala at saka 4 million lang pala. So maliwanag na there are really people in our country who are out to destroy Congress. Alam na alam po namin yan, sir. Hindi lang ang Kongreso, kundi ang buong bansa. Alam po namin yan. At sa SMNI, ang totoo po ito, hindi po pera ang motibasyon namin kung hindi pagmamahal sa bayan. Alam ko na halos non-profit na yan. Wala pong gustong kumuha ng mga, lalo na sa laban kasi it's not a sexy topic. It's anti-CPP, NPA, NDF. And that is our dream to finally rid of our country of those communist terrorists in our country, no? Na nagnakaw ng mga anak namin. So dumudulog kami sa inyo na isipin niyo naman na kami ang partners ninyo dito kasi yun po ang katotohanan. Yun lang po, sir.